Congress is on schedule to submit the proposed 2016 national budget of 3.002 trillion pesos approved by the Bicameral Conference Committee for the President's signature next week after its ratification. This will set a 6-year record for Congress to have approved the national budget on time. Not one national budget was reenacted.
We are happy that the budget is finally approved. The Bicameral Conference Committee is finally approved. Hopefully, we will have the ratification this week or next week. And yes, we will have a budget on time. By the first day of January, we will have already a budget for 2016.
80% of the 60 billion pesos cut by the Senate was restored. This includes the 8 billion pesos slashed from the conditional cash transfer program, amounting to 63 billion pesos. Several adjustments covered the budgets of several agencies: 1.2 billion pesos for senior citizens, 2.7 billion for the capital outlay of state colleges and universities, 4 billion for the pension of veterans, and 7 billion pesos to cover pay hikes for government personnel. From 50.6 billion pesos, it was raised to 59 billion pesos.
Yung pinaka-importante, yung conditional cash transfer, the budget cut of 8 billion was restored. Indeed, it was restored. Fully restored.
So, walang bawas?
Wala na bawas yung conditional cash transfer. It was fully restored. Yung substantial amendments which I mentioned which are mentioned in the committee report, yung changes sa SUC, yung state universities and colleges, about 2.7 billion pesos. Yung additional sa senior citizens na 1.2 billion pesos, yung sa veterans na something like 4 billion pesos, and the full funding to fully fund the SSL 15, yung salary increase for the first tranche, that about 7 billion to make it 58 billion. So fully funded na yung salary increase. Magka-salary increase na talaga ngayong 2016.
Senate Finance Committee Chairman Senator Loren Legarda Beard, next year's budget gives a lot of emphasis to the growing threat of climate change. Legarda called it I Care, Climate Adaptive Resilient Environment. It will boost government's continuing drive to enhance the country's response to climate change and natural calamities.
Makikita natin na ang ating 2016 budget ay isinaalang-alang ang pagbabago ng klima. Kaya yung mga pinag-uusapan ngayon sa Paris ay provided for sa mga ahensya ng pamahalaan, gaya ng paggagawa ng mga evacuation center, sa paggamit sa mga geohazard sa mga lugar ng mga classroom at school building, sa pagtutulong sa ating magsasaka para ang kanilang mga pananim ay maging resilient sa mga dumarating na bagyo. At mahaba tong aking mga probisyon para maintindihan nyo at makita kung paano mainstream ang disaster risk reduction at climate change adaptation sa ating 2016 national budget.
House Appropriations Committee Chairman Isidro Ungab stressed next year's budget sets the stage for a transition from the current administration to the next. Ungab dismissed concerns it's an election budget to benefit the administration's candidates for the May 2016 polls.
You cannot say that this will be a budget for the administration whatsoever, because this budget is only up to June 30. No, June 30 ang administration. That means this budget will also include the next administration, which will start on July 1st. In other words, you have a budget for the office of the president for 2 presidents, and a budget for the office of the vice president for 2 vice presidents.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.